correspondent Jasper Mortimer joining us from outside the Parliament building in the capital, Ankara. Hello to you, Jasper. As we're speaking to you, we're seeing the latest images of that wreath laying at Ataturk's tomb taking place at the moment. What struck you about the inauguration ceremony earlier?
Well, I was struck by the lofty principles that Erdogan swore to uphold. Now, the opposition accuses him of violating those principles all the time. Erdogan swore to abide by democracy, rule of law, the Ataturk principles of secularism. Now, it's fundamental to democracy that in an election, state media give equal airtime to the competing candidates. In the election that finished on Sunday night, state media gave Erdogan's campaign 48 hours of coverage. It gave his challenger, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, 32 minutes of airtime. Let's look at the rule of law. The Kurdish politician Selahattin Demirtas has been held in prison since November 2017. The European Court of Human Rights says he should be released, that the reasons for holding him are judicially unsound. But in his victory speech on Sunday night, Erdogan said that Selahattin Demirtas would not be released, and members of the crowd in front of him shouted for Selahattin Demirtas to be hanged. The opposition in today's ceremony in the building behind me did make a small protest conveying what it thought of Erdogan during the ceremony. After Erdogan had sworn the oath of office, the MPs of his party and its allied party stood up and applauded him. However, opposition MPs did not stand up and they did not applaud him.
Yeah, Erdogan making that promise not to deviate from the principles of the republic that Mustafa Kemal Ataturk founded 100 years ago. We're seeing the images of that wreath-laying ceremony taking place as we speak, Jasper. A busy day of the oath, this ceremony, and more. Tell us what's on the agenda.
Well, as you're saying, he's now at Anıt Kabir, the mausoleum of Ataturk, and laying a wreath there is a standard procedure. Then he's going to head back to his palace, where he's expected to host a lavish banquet tonight for all the visiting presidents and heads of government. Among them are the Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, and the President of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev. Both of them will be arguing their points of view about the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, which saw them go to war in 2020. Then another distinguished guest is Jens Stoltenberg, the NATO Secretary General, who will be lobbying for Erdogan to lift his veto on Sweden's accession to NATO. What most Turks are looking out for tonight is that sometime during the remainder of the day, Erdogan is expected to announce his cabinet. And because the economy is in such doldrums, everybody is watching to see who he will name as the Minister of Finance.